Hey everybody, so I wanted to test out the bosses in the Apex of Sacrifice with my cast on crit Gladiator build, and I wanted to see if the damage, the DPS the character does, the build does, is pretty decent. And I also wanted to test out the tankiness of the build. I want to see if the build can take the damage, take the hits from the bosses, and if we can get through them with relative ease. So this first boss, Veil, wasn't too bad at all. The DPS could have been a little bit better, so our damage wasn't as fast as I would hope, but it did the job. The second bosses were a good test for the build because we had a lot of different damage types from these bosses. So one boss did bleed, another boss did a lot of consecutive hits, and another boss did a ton of physical damage. So each boss had its own unique individual sort of things you had to counter. And what I found with this phase is the only thing that looked scary was maybe the bleed. You just gotta be careful not to stand in the red clouds, and every now and then you might get a little bit smacked by the rain of arrows, which you'll see is just constantly coming down on you, but because this is a max block build, it actually manages it quite nicely. Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll move on to the final boss, Atziri, and we'll see how we go in each phase. What I've noticed when I was doing this fight is that Atziri is kind of an annoying boss to play against. Annoying in a way like you have to wait for each phase to finish, and also with this build, a couple of annoying things is you gotta like run around because it's a cyclone build, cast on crit, so you gotta run around, make sure these mobs don't get to Atziri so Atziri doesn't heal up and things like that. But the DPS of the build is still manageable in this fight, so you know, you just got to be patient, and I recommend do not get hit by the big flame blast, which I did not in this fight, but every other thing you can pretty much tank. So you can actually take the damage from the lightning, you can take the damage from everything else, because it's only going to hit you once every now and then, because it's a max block build. So as you can see there, I'm moving around, I'm just trying to take her out as quick as I possibly can, at the same time trying not to take enormous amounts of damage, and kind of felt this build was nice. It was good. I didn't feel like I was going to rip in the fight, and I kind of felt, you know, pretty comfortable with it. So yeah, anyways guys, I'll leave you with the rest of the fight now, and what I'll do is at the end of the video, I might actually, no, I'll do a new video when I have fully updated the build. So once I update the build fully, I'll do a new video and I'll just share with you what gear changes I've had made in this cast on crit build from my previous video, and also I'll just go through what sort of content I've actually gone up to with this build, and how successful it's been in patch 2.4. So I'll leave it with you guys. Enjoy the rest of the boss fight. I'll just let it go from there. You know, Atziri is, well, for me, takes a little bit more time to take down. So see you later.